Hi guys, and happy Monday. Today is Monday, July 4th. Happy 4th of July. And a little change of plans. I am going to get on really quickly today, do a video, and it is inspired. So I've been doing different corners of my craft room for the last few weeks. Got it pretty much organized. So much more lights coming in now because I don't have stuff in the corners and this and that. So anyway, I found this card. Now, I love these snowmen. These are from a few years back. But, you know, I love snowmen. Dragonflies and snowmen. You know me. Snowflakes, too. All right. So this is a fun little card. So it's kind of like a fun flap. It's not really a fun fold, even though it is an unusual fold. But I'm calling it a fun flap card. I'm going to change it up. Color-wise, we're getting some good colors out there. We're going to use, and I'm not a soft person, so you know me. So we're using soft sea foam. This is Coastal Cabana. I love it how it says Copacabana. Anyone remember that song from Barry Manilow? Anyway. And then Pool Party, Highland Heather, and finally Blushing Bride. Not really my color palette at all, but if you remember that designer series paper from a year or two back where you had a lot of these in that glimmery paper, love it. Oh, and guess what else is back in the mini catalog? They returned the snowflakes, the wonderful snowflakes. They're a little iridescent. So maybe I'll put these in this also. All right, so what we're going to do is trying to figure out what we're going to do with what. So I have these colors and I'm trying to figure out which color I want to go where. I'm thinking that I'm going to probably, well, I know for my background layer, for this DSP layer, I'm going to use this wonderful paper from the mini catalog. It is called Festive Foils. And you get 6 sheets, 3 each of colors. So that has little snowflakes on it. This has the snowflakes on it. And this is just a spotted. So I'm going to be using that. And as far as the other designer papers in the mini, no snowflake paper. We got so spoiled the last few years with having snowflake paper. But not this year, so let's go ahead and let's cut some cardstock. I think I'll use Highland Heather as my base. So let me go ahead and get that out. I'm going to cut that at 4 1/4 by 11. Let me move some of these out of here. All right, so 4 1/4 by 11. Go ahead. Left over from the last one. All right, so there's 4 1/4 by 11, and we're going to score at 5 1/2. But then we're going to cut off part of this flap. So let's make sure it lines up first. All right, and then we're going to cut off a flap. We're going to leave 3 inches. So here's that 3-inch mark. It's also right down here if you want to go along that line to make sure it's straight. I'm just going to go up and make sure like that. So we're at the 3 inches. We're going to cut that. And now we're also going to, and I have to use the mama on this one, only because we're going to emboss this part, and with the baby you can't get a full card through. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to emboss. Let me grab out my, and this is a 3D. So if you remember right, with your 3Ds, you're only using the plate 1 and the plate 4. So let me go ahead, reach over and grab that plate 4. Here's your plate 4. Okay, and what we're going to do is let's put down this let's get that wintry 3D folder. This is a 2-pack. So you get this and you get another one. But of course we've got to have the snowflakes. And I want that big snowflake to kind of show. So I'm going to put it up that way. So we're going to go ahead and lay it in there. Put our plate 4 over and run it through. Look at that. How pretty is that? All right. So now let's go ahead. Let me put this back over here. And let's put this together. Did it a little more quietly than before. Okay. And now we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut this. Now this is soft succulent, so it's kind of not in our color scheme here, but I'm going to make it work because it's a variation or a deepening of that. So we definitely have, well, I guess we don't have direction. All right, so this is going to be your inside layer. So this is going to be 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to go ahead and put that down for now. All right, let me see. I forget, my tape used to always be, my adhesive used to always be right over there. Now I moved it over here. So if you see me reaching the wrong direction, it's because habits. All right, put that back up there. Let me hover. Looks good. All right, so there's our back piece. Fabulous. All right, then this flap part here. Okay, that is 2 3/4 by 8. And I think we're going to do the flap and the pool party. All right. So 2 3/4 by 8. Go ahead and bring this over here. This is the 8 1/2 side. So we're going to go 2 3/4. And so this is 8 1/2. We're just going to take off 1/2 inch. So I'm lining it up on that side. And then we're going to score at 4. Excellent. Make sure that's all lined up. I feel like I have 2 or 3 bone folders out now. Okay, anyway. So that's going to go, so this is going to go backwards. So this is going to go here and here. And you want to get, so it's a pretty even. And you're going to glue this part down. Use your adhesive, your multi-purpose glue. You could even use your tear and tape, but not completely necessary because we're not talking high duty here. High duty tape. All right, and I went a little further than my example. It's all up to you how you want to do it. All right, so now what I'm going to do is on here we actually did a white layer and a little like edge. I'm just going to go ahead and stamp on here. So what I'm going to do is, let me get a piece of cardstock from yesterday because I want to stamp on this, but I don't want to get it on the paper underneath. So you could stamp that first if you want, but I usually end up having the fold to the left and then I stamp it wrong. You know what, I'm going to not use that. I'm going to grab a piece of typing paper. Hang on, let me get it on my printer. That way I don't have that extra weight on there. And it covers up more of the area. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and get some of these snowflakes down. Let's do the Highland Heather. And I'm wondering if I want to stamp it off once. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to go ahead and just go straight on there. You know what? Maybe I need to put, let me grab a piece. Let me grab some sticky notes and slide them under there too, just in case. All right, because I also want to put another one just barely in this corner. I love this stamp. So cool. All right, now let's go ahead. Now this is going to give you a different look than if you're doing it on the white, because it's going to take into consideration that it's reacting to this background. And I know I say I usually stamp in 3s, but I just want to use all of these snowflakes. I've got to have them all. So now this is going to be a tone on tone, because this is the pool party here. Wonderful so far. Get a little piece of, I don't know, something on there. Here is Coastal Cabana or Copacabana. So much fun. I love it. I'm going to be singing Barry Manilow all day. Now this is going to be my little accents. So this I'll probably do in the 3s. All right. And then last but not least, soft sea foam, which isn't really going to show up much at all, but it's going to give that overall background effect. Just filling up that space. And since it's dots, it's so fun. It doesn't really matter which way you turn it or do it. There we go. All right, let's take off all these pieces. Be careful when you take this off, because you don't want to rip your paper underneath there. Okay, so I really don't want to cover any of that up, so I think I'm going to leave it like that, but maybe I will put, because I love these. I had bought 4 packages of these when I thought they were retiring, and then I was just so happy to see that they were back. Let me go ahead and rip that one off carefully. Oh my God, they're so pretty. They're so pretty. I think I'm going to put one, oh, I'm covering up that one. You know what? I think what I'll do is I'll put it on the inside here. Let me stamp my little saying first. So I am sorry, I didn't even show you Joyful Flurry. So this is in the mini catalog. I will have to look up really quick. I don't even know where's my catalog. Oh my goodness. I think it's under here somewhere. Anyway, here it is. My goodness. So, Snowflake Flurry. Oh my goodness. Where is it? Is it at the beginning? All right, this is what you do. You look in your index. I know it's in there. This is Snow Crystal. Let's go to that page just to see, because it's got to be around here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Joyful Flurry. Why was I looking under S? Anyway, Joyful Flurry. Look at that. Beautiful. So it's on page 19 of the mini catalog. And it has wonderful stamp set and wonderful dies. Look at these fun dies and cutting out your snowflakes and embossing and cutting. So much fun. But look at those great sayings. So I'm going to say it's a season of magic and wonder. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but they're really sticky, which is good. It's good, but it seems like everything is very sticky and I'm having a hard time pulling it off. All right, I'm going to do this back in my Highland Heather. I'm going to double check to see how that stamps because that one side looks a little weird. All right, let's go ahead. I think I'm going to do it down. I'm going to flush it to the right a little. That way I can take that beautiful one. I have to bring it in just a little bit because, yeah, that's going to fold. I don't want it to go on the fold, but yet I don't want it to go above the card. Let me see. Maybe down here. Okay. We'll put it down here. No, I don't like it. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to do that. When it folds over, I'm just going to deal with it because I really like it there. So let me grab a glue dot. I'm not even going to grab my take your pick tool. Put that on the back. I know. Such decisions. I am going to do it like this because look, I'm not to the fold. Just a little bit over the flap there. But that's all right. I'm just going to snip it off with my snips. If I can get this turned around and find my snips. Oh my goodness. See, I moved it. They used to always be in my turntable. Now I have them up above my adhesive. There we go. There you are. And of course, nothing is, I have all these embellishments. So look at those. Adhesive back, sequins, and gems. So let's look at that. Since I don't have a little extra greeting on the front or anything, let's go ahead and put these on. Oh my gosh, look at those. Adhesive back, sequins, and gems. So looking at the colors, I'm going to get them out of the plastic. Looking at the colors, it looks like it's almost a gray granite, maybe. And this looks very close to that cabana, coastal cabana. And this looks very close to Highland Heather. Look at that. So these are sequins, these are gems. So guess what? Let me get my putty end. You know what? I really need to. Oh my goodness. I have things hanging all over the edge. Really need to. Maybe what I'll do, I wonder if it'll work that way. I wonder if I put a sequin right here. If that'll help. I like that. That'll help keep it down. I might push that sequin off, but you know what? We'll deal with it for right now. Look at that. I do like that. All right, let's get a couple more sequins. And who knows, I might take a really, I have a very, very thin strip. All right, because I do want to break that up a little bit. Let me take this. Let me grab. I need to find my purple. Here we go. Let's do this really quick. I know, guys. I'm sorry. This is how, when I don't have things planned, this is what you get. I like going onto that cardstock because it gives a little bit of an edge to it, so that gives you some distinction. All right, so there, that just takes a little bit of the whiteness away. All right, so welcome to the mind of Roxy. This is what happens when we get in there. When we get in actually the creative, and I don't have an example. I have an example, but I don't have the perfect idea yet. Let me see how that stamps. All right, so this one's just going to be a light touch. I'm going to bring it down here so I can see a little bit better. Crooked, but you know what? I'm going to do it on purpose. Just watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and take oh my gosh, those sequins are all falling off. There we go. I'm just going to put that right up to the corner. All right. I'm going to put, I think, glue dots down. Sorry if I'm off camera. I'm going to put glue dots down just because I don't want to add any more layers. But I'm afraid of doing the adhesive with those sequins because those sequins, they're strong, but I don't like how the Stamp and Seal works over the bumps. It skips and then I have problems. There we go. So I'm just going to hook that under there again for a second. Oh my gosh, look at the mess on my desk, guys. All right, you know it's not going to stay down, but it doesn't matter. Fabulous, fabulous card. Using a lot of little accessories. Using oh, yeah, no, I'll do it later. Just using that and making your own designer series paper with those snowflakes. Just a fun winter looking card. All right. Thanks, guys, and have a great 4th of July.